How many points did you get? Well, guess what? I also scored a 12. Throughout my life, I've experienced so many things, but here I am, still standing and still fighting. I've been hospitalized so many times. I'm usually hospitalized for about 4 or 5 times a year because of my illnesses. So many things have come and gone, and I've realized that there are some ugly truths. Don't get me wrong, life is beautiful, but life also has some ugly truths. And these are my realizations. First is that life is difficult, complex, and unpredictable. Second is that life will sometimes refuse to align with our expectations. No matter how obsessive we get over the plans that we make, life will throw a wrench into our plans and things will just happen unexpectedly. I've also learned that life hits you from all directions and sometimes even all at the same time. Just like you, I've also gone through so many things in life, in different facets of my life. Some mental, emotional, physical, relationships, right? But I'm still standing. You are still standing. You are still right here. Despite all of the curveballs that life has thrown at me, I'm still able to live a full life. Despite being diagnosed with an incurable disease, I'm still able to get back up and fight. Despite all of these challenges, I am able to do what I love for a living, and that is to conduct training sessions. I'm able to meet different people from different industries, different parts of the world, different walks of life. I'm able to share the things that I know through various media. I'm able to provide a great life for my family. I'm able to spend more time with the people who truly matter to me. I'm able to spend time with my friends and my loved one. And I'm able to fulfill my mission as a person, as a woman, and as a trainer. And I'd like to share with you how I was able to do that through my session, a very quick session called Managing Anxiety in Building Personal Resilience. Hi, my name is Lang Tan. I'm a trainer, a facilitator, motivational speaker, a consultant, a registered nurse, and entrepreneur, and I'm the co-founder and director of Living Knowledge Training Services. Simply put, when we say anxiety, this is a normal reaction to a stressful or challenging situation. When your boss says you have to present in a meeting, when you know that your deadline is about to come up and you're not even close to being ready, when you know that you're supposed to do something and you're not sure if you're capable of doing it. Anxiety is actually pretty normal because it can be triggered by a specific stressor. And once that stressor goes away or that stressor is resolved, the anxiety usually goes away. Now, why am I talking about this? Because when anxiety is prolonged, when your anxiety is not relieved by relaxing, you have to watch out because chronic anxiety can lead to worse mental or emotional problems for you. And I don't want that to happen to any of us. You have to be able to manage your anxiety so that it doesn't get worse. It doesn't turn into a panic disorder. It doesn't turn into an anxiety disorder. I'd like for us to manage our anxiety so that we can function, so that we can still move on with our lives, so that we can still do what we need to do despite these stressful situations. We have to manage our anxiety so that we build our personal resilience. Resilience is another word that we hear all the time. What is resilience? Resilience is like this punching bag. As you can see, it gets punched over and over and over, but it just bounces back again and again and again. This is what resilience is. Life throws punches at us, but we get back up and we fight over and over and over again. When you step into the ring of life, you know that you will get punched, you can be knocked down, you may get backed up against the rope, but what you need to do is you need to fight back, and you need to do that over and over and over and over. This is what we mean by resilience. This is how we build resilience so that we take care of our mental health. It means going over speed bumps, but not stopping at speed bumps. So today I'd like us to stop and think about what can we do so that we can manage our anxiety to build our personal resilience so that we take care of our mental health. There are two things that you need to do for you to be able to manage your anxiety so that you can build your personal resilience and take care of your mental health. One is self-assessment and self-understanding, and two is coming up with your own coping strategies. Self-assessment means understanding yourself, your triggers, your styles, so that you get to know yourself better, so that you know what triggers your anxiety, so that you know how to manage yourself, so that you know what coping strategy to use, so that you can manage your anxiety, build your resilience, and take care of your mental health. It is now the time to think of effective coping strategies. Now, what I'm going to share with you is a list of things that you can do. It will be up to you to choose among these and determine which best works for you. One of the things that you can do is to manage your schedule. Schedule stuff. What are we talking about? Schedule your self-care, whatever self-care practice you may have. Schedule it. Leave time for yourself. You cannot take care of other people if you don't take care of yourself. Self-care is sanity, not vanity. Schedule self-care. If you have time for your boss, if you have time for your teammates, if you have time for your family, you should have time for yourself as well. Take a break from all the madness. Imagine that that break is this umbrella. And once you feel better, you can go out into the rain once more. Don't forget, the lyrics would read, if you can't fly, then run. Today we will survive. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. When things get too hard, I always tell myself, if things are difficult and I can't fly, then I will run or walk or crawl. But I won't give up. I have to manage my anxiety so that I can build my resilience. I can bounce back and function and do what I need to do. Now, there are things that you can do right now. What are these? There is this practice called the rule of 3. You can also practice breathing techniques. There are other techniques that you can do. You can get out of your chair and stretch for a minute or two. And when things get really hard, and you're on the verge of giving up and throwing in the towel, remind yourself of your why. Why do you need to do what you have to do? Why do you need to get back up and fight? What is your why? What are you living for? Who are you living for? Remember that you may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide to not be reduced by them. Manage your anxiety, build your personal resilience, and take care of your mental health.